Hello and welcome to Wednesday's programme.
Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. Exclusive figures obtained by ITV News have revealed a record number of people in the southwest who are transitioning genders are forced to wait up to 2 years for their first appointment. That's despite an NHS target of 18 weeks.
The Gender Identity Clinic in Exeter is the southwest's only specialist centre, but one woman from Plymouth has been waiting for nearly 3 years for an appointment with a specialist doctor. She's one of more than 1,000 on the waiting list, as Simi Jola Osho reports.
Well, we contacted the NHS Trust that runs the Exeter Clinic to ask what they're doing to combat the long waiting times. They've sent us a statement.
On to other news now, and the government's agreed to pay for replacement cladding at tower blocks, including 3 in Plymouth after the Grenfell Tower fire. Plymouth community.
3 beaches in North Devon have failed water quality tests. The Environment Agency. Now, next on this evening's programme, this year's Devon County Show will be the last before we leave the European Union. And the question looming over the event is what will be the future of farming after Brexit?
Well, the government has just completed a 10-week consultation on the issue and is preparing new legislation. Well, Bob Cruz is at the Devon County Showground at West Point for us this evening. Bob, what more can you tell us about this legislation then? Now, plans have been approved to repair part of the A379 at Slapton in South Devon, which was destroyed by Storm Emma back in March.
But local residents and businesses are concerned it could be late autumn when it eventually reopens, meaning disruption during this summer's busy tourist season. Well, Nick Smith is live in Slapton for us this evening. Nick, the money is there, but the work's going to take a lot longer, isn't it?
Now you're watching ITV News here in the West Country. Still to come on tonight's programme before 6:30.
Well, after us, the ITV News continues with the national and the international stories at 6:30. Mary Nightingale has the details.
But next, all this week, we're looking at the impact traffic and air pollution has on our schools. Tonight, we're focusing on how children get to and from their school and what type of journey exposes them to the most pollution.
Well, in a moment, we'll be hearing from pupils on the Isles of Scilly with a rather unique school run. But first, Christine Osford has been finding out if walking to school could actually be worse for our children's health than travelling by car.
Interesting findings there, but for a group of pupils living on the tiny island of Briar in the Isles of Scilly, their journey to school is certainly one that's spent out in the open air.
Yeah, as Grace Pascoe now reports, throughout the year they must climb aboard a jet boat every day bound for school on the island of Tresco.
It looks like fun, actually, doesn't it?
A nice commute in that weather, isn't it? Yeah.
Now, it is a big week for football and rugby fans in Exeter. City will be hoping to reach Wembley. Tomorrow they take on Lincoln at St James Park in the second leg of the League Two playoffs. And Exeter Chiefs are up against... Now, this year is the 75th anniversary of one of the most famous bombing raids in World War II history. The Dam Busters used revolutionary bouncing bombs to destroy dams in Germany. Into
a highly successful movie which has now been restored and can be seen in cinemas right across the southwest from tomorrow, including the Savoy in Penzance and the Scott Cinema in Barnstable. Kevin Ashford has more. Well, let's return now to the Devon County Show. Alex is there for us this evening. Fingers crossed. Oh, there he is. Alex, bit of grey skies behind you. You've been a busy man today as well, haven't you? Alex, thank you. Before we go, let's remind you of the main headlines here in the West Country this Wednesday evening. And
well, that's it from us this evening. I'll be back with the late news at the usual time of 10:30.
Now, though, we'll hand you to Mary Nightingale as the ITV News continues, leaving you with a bird's eye view of the Devon County Show. Enjoy it if you're going.